The US Marine Corps has a number of key programs. One of them is the ACV, and General Dynamics Land System is mainly known as the M1 heavy tank, the Striker family, but now you're moving to the Marine Corps program. Can you tell us a little bit about your particular vehicle?
Of course I can, and with General Dynamics Land Systems we have a long history of being side by side with the Marine Corps. As a matter of fact, with some of our products, particularly our light armored vehicle fleet of vehicles. That was one of the early 8x8 combat vehicles that the U.S. military took on as a program, and throughout the last 30 years we've been involved with the Marine Corps of their fleet of over 1,000 vehicles. So we do have a lot of experience with the Marine Corps. Those vehicles are swim capable as well, and over that time we also became involved with the Expeditionary Fighting Vehicle program, which General Dynamics Land Systems had the lead on that, and that was of course at the higher end of requirements in challenging operational environments. A very high-speed vehicle, sophisticated vehicle moving 25 knots across the water from distances greater than 25 miles over the horizon. But with fiscal constraints being what they have been recently, the Marines had to move away from that program and reposition for the current amphibious combat vehicle program that they have.
Yeah. So they're going to upgrade the Amtrak 7 and then have this new Marine Personnel program, and you are one of the competitors in that program.
Yes, we are. There's 5 competitors involved in that. We are one of the competitors, and the vehicle that we are offering is a evolutionary design. It's a non-developmental vehicle of ours that has been based on the LAV-3 and LAV-60 vehicles that we field for other customers and militaries around the world.
It's relatively low risk problem.
Very low risk, and I appreciate you mentioning that, because General Dynamics Land Systems, we've produced more than 10,000 8x8 combat vehicles over the last several decades, and that gives you the low risk, especially in your manufacturing and your established processes. Yeah. So the manufacturing model that we think is attractive to the Marines is that it's U.S.-based manufacturing, utilizing our existing facilities in Lima, Ohio, Anniston, Alabama, with also some work being done in our LAV Center of Excellence in London, Ontario as well.
Will there be some common components with the Striker family of vehicles? The U.S. Army's got a lot of those.
The amphibious combat vehicle, what we think is attractive for this offering is that much of the development work has been paid for by multiple militaries around the world.
Yes.
So when we speak with the Marines and we show others in industry, our partners, of what comprises our vehicle, you can point to specific components, whether it's the automotive systems, whether it's the suspension systems, or whether it's other components on that vehicle. There have been previous investments made over the last several decades in that technology that will benefit the Marine Corps on a low risk, as you pointed out, and also it's a very competitive and low pricing as well, because that investment does not need to be passed on to the Marines.
I know when I've talked to some of the other vehicle competitors, they've actually got a hull which is, they've got more volume in it to give it that greater buoyancy. Is that the sort of thing you've done, really?
An amphibious vehicle always has to balance the 3 performance areas, right? Performance, protection, and payload.
Yeah.
Performance, land performance, and swim performance are the 2 key factors you have to balance. Protection from multiple threats of underbody mine blast, improvised explosive devices, direct fire enemy attack, or indirect fire overhead munitions. And then the payload also is what you have to balance, because if you want a vehicle to carry a lot, it has to be big, to have volume, and to be able to move through the water as well. And also, going back to the land and swim performance factors, you have to be able to carry that weight if it's a larger vehicle on shore. So our ACV meets all of the Marine requirements for the payload capacity, and most importantly, we also have enough margin in there for future growth, because vehicles evolve over time and different systems are added. So we've have that margin in right at the program start.
I think that's because vehicles tend to have a lot, like you mentioned, the first lab was developed almost 30 years ago now, and it's still around. So you need to do vehicles with lots of growth potential, and also there's more power requirements. So you need a lot of growth potential on electronics and electrics. Really. So thank you very much for the detail.
Well, thank you.
Thanks a lot.